Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
And we begin tonight with live pictures from the picket line. Workers at MGM Grand vote down a proposed contract, meaning a strike that's now stretched on for 34 days will continue in the cold. Workers at Detroit's two other casinos approved their proposed contracts and are headed back to work.
Yeah. But this setback keeps more than 1,000 workers on the picket line as, yes, the temperatures continue to fall. Sean Lay live at MGM for us with what we're hearing from the workers about it. Sean.
Let's get right to it, guys, here at 5 o'clock. You can see the picket lines still out here. So all three casinos voted on the very same contract. The two we mentioned, they voted yes. MGM workers, they said no, in part because of their own union. They felt rushed by the union to vote yes. So here they are back out on the picket lines. You guys mentioned the weather. We got a fire right here, tents here. It's only going to get colder. Is that going to play some kind of role in resolving this? Workers at Motor City Casino and Hollywood Casino at Greektown voted in favor of a new contract, ending their strike. Inside MGM Casino, this is what it looks like today, with both of its competitors back to being fully operational and revenue generating. MGM workers voting down this deal, they remain outside of MGM on the picket line. We were shown the MGM vote tally. Yes, 613, no, 715. Katrina has worked at MGM for 13 years.
We voted it down. Why? Yes. We didn't like it.
After being on strike so far 33 days, the offer the UAW brought back to workers to vote on was a $3 raise, a 5-year, 4-month contract. We're told MGM employees wanted a shorter contract. Employees with fewer than 2 years at MGM would not get that $3 an hour raise up front. Another issue is with their union, the UAW themselves. MGM workers reaching out to me today to say they felt rushed by their union to vote yes on this deal.
They should have given us a little more time to review everything as opposed to saying, hey, this is what's going to be, vote on it right now.
This as the cold weather is here. There is no data that shows that being out in the cold is any factor in ending strikes. Cold weather coming, does that change anything?
No,
it does not.
I'm ready.
Ready?
I'm ready. I bought snow boots, snow gear.
Gear indeed. The gear is down here. Generators here, warmers, tents, everyone bundled up. You know, it's not quite Michigan cold yet. It's getting colder, but not quite that cold. We know it's going to get far more colder. Look, guys, MGM put out a statement today. He said, we're really disappointed MGM voted this one down with the other two casinos agreeing to that contract. Guys, there's also one other strike going on right across town, Blue Cross Blue Shield. We're going to move over there at 6 o'clock. We're with those workers where there seems to be no end in sight as it is getting colder. Back to you.
Well, we heard obviously they didn't like it. What is it? What will they like, Sean? Speaking with those on the picket line, what's it going to take to get a deal here?
Everyone we talked to, whether it was auto workers, Blue Cross Blue Shield, or casino workers, you know, they want a raise. They want more money at the table to pay bills and feel valued. So they're looking for that. They didn't like the length of the contract at all. There was a deal in there where you get a bonus for signing the deal, but the bonus had to go to the 401k, so no extra cash to say pay bills, mortgage, car payments, things like that. One more thing they also talked about was just wanting to get back in as quickly as possible, but not feel rushed. Over the weekend, they felt very rushed by the UAW to look at everything and then vote.
Yeah. All right, Sean. Well, as MGM workers continue to strike, the UAW has ratified new contracts now with all of the big three.
The union says it has officially ratified new contracts with Ford, General Motors, and Stellantis. Across all three companies, 64% of voting members approved the agreements. It includes major provisions, cost of living adjustments, and the elimination of wage tiers. All right, tonight we're getting our first look at the driver who led Warren police on a chase that ended with officers shooting at him after crashing on I-94.
The 26-year-old Michael Adkins faces 18 different charges in connection with the case. We get out to Mara McDonald live with more on this. Not his first run-in with the law, apparently, Mara.
Devin, I'll tell you, after you take a look at this criminal history, you understand why he wasn't interested in stopping and why it took a bullet on the freeway to get him to finally pull over. We're talking about felony convictions for trafficking in cocaine, heroin, evading police. When that Warren police officer pulled him over, he had 19 active traffic warrants and no driver's license. This is how it started. A traffic stop near the Warren and East Point border inside the Chevy Cruze was 26-year-old Michael Adkins.
I'm trying to understand why everybody else was flying past me and you pulled me over.
I'm not worried about anyone else. I just want your keys.
But why me?
I want your keys.
Adkins was going more than 10 miles over the speed limit when he was pulled over. He refused to show ID, and it all escalated. Watch as police backup comes to box him in. He still takes off, and that starts a police chase that would end up on 94. You can see Adkins driving on the side of the freeway, jamming his Chevy Cruze through traffic. And when that doesn't work, he backs up. He then slams into a pickup truck with a husband and wife duo in there. It's at this point police treat his car as a deadly weapon and fires a shot into the rear window of the Cruze, hitting him in the arm and finally bringing the chase to an end. Tonight he's facing 13 counts of assault with a dangerous weapon for how he used his car and multiple fleeing and eluding as well as assault of a police officer charges. Back here live, Adkins was arraigned today. The judge gave him a $500,000 bond. He's back in court next week. We're live in Midtown tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Oh, boy, pretty prolific. All right, Mara.
Really is. All right, Bernie's here with us now because this week is all about turkey and football.
Got Michigan, Ohio State coming up this weekend. Big. And Lions taking on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. So busy week, right?
Yep, busy week. This is going to be a week that most football fans have waited almost a year for. First, Lions host the Packers Thursday. Thanksgiving Day game. Dan Campbell is at the podium speaking to reporters. Now let's listen in.
Yeah, look, some good and then some that, you know, what wasn't as good as you would like. But that was his first time to start over there at left guard. And I say this again, it's not too big for him. I thought he fought in there. I know this, at the end of that game, you know, he really, you know, he played well, you know, as really all those guys on offense did. I mean, that was some of our best football we've played all year in the last 4 minutes of the game. They just, you know, we executed at a high level, and he really did. He stepped up, you know, and that's a lot of pressure for a rookie to go in there first time at left guard and games on the line, and thought he played pretty good. So look, it's something to build off of on that side. We believe he'll get better with more reps. We believe he'll continue to grow. So, you know, it's good.
Yeah.
You better believe he's going to play well, because when your coach shows up in a T-shirt saying salty, you don't know what you're to expect, right? Of course, Saturday it's Michigan against Ohio State, noon kickoff. Wolverines favored by 3.5. Both teams unbeaten. Jim Harbaugh will not be on the sidelines, but he was at the podium today, and he just wants to talk about this Saturday's opponent at high noon.
Ready to go, and now it's all Ohio. The week's all about Ohio. Working really hard to get ready for this game, using the hours, the minutes, the days to hone our focus, get prepared, plan, practice, and then go execute the game.
I think he was looking down at notes throughout the press conference, because I've never heard him use the word hone. Right, exactly. Again, Michigan favored by 3.5, Lions favored by 7.5. That's a 12:30 kickoff on Thanksgiving Day.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
And Michigan State playing at Ford Field this week, right? Against
Friday.
Penn State on Friday. So a lot of football around us. Yeah.
Tons of.
Yeah.
All right, we want to let you know WDIV insiders can actually win and enter for a chance to win, I should say, 2 tickets right now for the Thanksgiving matchup at Ford Field. The contest is right on the homepage of clickondetroit.com, and I'm talking about the game between the Lions and the Packers, not the Michigan State game.
Not the Michigan State game, right.
that we were just talking about. You must be a WDIV insider to enter this contest. If you're not already a member, you can do so, and it is free.
All right, now we turn our attention to the weather. That's going to have a lot to do with the week's plans as well. Live pictures right now from Metro Airport. Pretty smooth sailing there today. Just a handful of delays on a very busy travel week getting started. The weather here at home, not really getting in the way so far.
Yeah, let's get over to Kim Adams as we make our way closer to the Thanksgiving holiday, Kim.
Well, we just have one little snag, and that's some rain tomorrow, and then it's pretty much smooth sailing after that. It's chilly out there now, only 39 degrees at Metro, also City Airport, 36 in Pontiac, upper 30s in Mount Clemens, and still hanging on to 40 degrees down in Monroe. Dry right now, but there are a few showers just down to our southwest that will be moving in right around 10 or 11 o'clock tonight and then become more widespread as we head into the morning commute. But right now we're tracking a few showers in Chicago down to Cincinnati. The severe weather this afternoon is down to the south. Now it's moving across northern parts of Louisiana. We're getting a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. This is all tied to an area of low pressure that is going to bring us the rain overnight tonight and into at least the first half of the day tomorrow. But this rain's going to be spread over to Atlanta, which is a big hub. So there could be some delays for the day tomorrow down to our south. But otherwise, looks like a pretty decent week ahead. Tomorrow we'll have rain heavy in the morning, tapering off in the afternoon with temperatures right around normal. It does get a little cooler for the parade, but not too bad. We'll talk about it coming up.